Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the George Hotel at Huddersfield for the British Super Featherweight Championship, calling Gary Sykes and Kevin O'Hara. Who's going on first? Stone 3.
Okay. You've got too far for us, Kelly. Cheers, mate.
Nine stone 3 3/4.
Put you back together, lads. Just for head to head, lads, please. Just turn to the camera, boys, please.
In front of a home crowd, you must be ecstatic to be making this first defence in a home, really.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it's just like last time, atmosphere, electric stop. Can live up to that again and just can will me on to produce a good win.
How's your life changed since you won that British title?
Oh, it's been hectic. It's I've seen Gordon Brown because I'm from a bad area, Jules, but it's had a lot of bad press. So I'm doing good for it. So with good press, they've jumped on it and I've had a lot of interest.
Everyone's gone on about Kevin O'Hara. What do you know about him?
I know it's tough. I know it's going to be a long, tough fight because he's boxed best, but he's been beat by the best. So I want to add a name to that list, but no one stopped him, not even Choi, who's the big hitter. So I'm probably looking for a 12-round fight. We
know how good that engine is of yours, and you've thrown over 100 punches around in the past. Are you going to be looking to put on the same sort of thing?
Yeah. Well, I can't help myself sometimes just to get into a war. I mean, I should be really boxed, but I just like I say, I just get drawn in. So that's what it looks like it's going to be. But he's been training really hard. He's been doing 12-mile hill runs. So he's going to be fit as well, so it's going to be a bit of a tear-up, I imagine.
Are you trying to keep your feet on the floor? Because obviously you say you like to get involved in a war and you're going to have your home crowd behind you and it's going to be your first defence. Is there a part of you that's fighting that?
Yeah, definitely. I want to stick to tactics, but when emotions get me, everything goes out the window, but I'm going to do my best to keep focused.
What was it like meeting the Prime Minister? I mean, it sounds ridiculous, doesn't it, when you say it now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was mental. He said the same stuff like he must say to everyone. Your country's proud here, stuff like that, so I didn't really take much notice because I didn't really read too much into that because I probably said that to everybody.
And what's it been like going back to Dewsbury? Like you said, there's a lot made of the crime in the area and stuff like that, but you were like a shining light there.
Yeah, just something good for the community and that, and it inspires people. I just seem like everyone else. I seem like the normal same guy, but everyone just thinks there's something different about me, but I don't think there is.
And what would it mean to you to win that British title tomorrow night?
It mean everything to me, you know what I mean? This is all I've been training for the last 10 years. Just so looking forward to it. I trained so hard this time and I'm leaving no stones unturned. So if I come away with this belt.
You've had 17, there's 5 defeats on the record, but they've all come against high class opposition. Do you think that will work in your favour tomorrow?
Totally. I'm bringing in 5 defeats into me as learning my experience. All, as you say, there are five of them are all top opponents. Just problems outside the ring, or if not problems outside the ring, just my head wasn't with the game, and I just wasn't training 110%. I brought them in the ring, and that's how I lost those fights.
He's going to be the home fighter, he's going to be the favourite.
Yeah.
Does that underdog role, does that bother you at all?
No, most definitely not. If anything, it'll spur me on.
We know he throws a lot of punches. We've seen him against Crawler over 100 punches around. Have you changed your training at all to cope with that?
If you let him throw in punches, he can get away with it. Crawler, fighters don't. Crawler and Morris don't do it. To me, I don't rate them. So I don't rate them for compared to myself, who I'm sparring with in the gym, who I'm associating with him in the gym. I don't know. I don't. It's 100 rounds until he gets hit in the chin. He can throw how many shots he wants until he gets hit in the chin.
And you're confident you can win this tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Good after this chaos, please. Brian Rhodes and Max Mackwell, please. 71-28.
Lads, can we have the same again, just the head to head and then look at the camera together, yeah? So if you look at each other first. And then to the camera, please, lads. Perfect, lads. Cheers.
It's good, I'm looking forward to it. It's always good to be in my own town with your own fans and that, so looking forward, as always.
Is it always a bit more special for you to be the home fighter with the crowd behind you, or does that not really come into your mind at all?
For me, it doesn't play much difference, but it's nice. You get the atmosphere and you get to have a good chat with everyone after, and as long as everyone enjoys it, it's a bonus.
What do you think you've learnt from your last fight?
Well, I think in gym there's been quite a few improvements and working on stuff that we were working on before, but it's more ingrained now after I got knocked down, and I shouldn't have really. But should go in some improvements hopefully.
Getting knocked down, I mean, nobody ever wants to get knocked down, but do you think that's going to improve you as a boxer?
Yeah, I think he already has. It's in gym and everything, and everyone's seeing difference and that. So just got to take it to the ring now.
What do you know about your opponent?
Well, as it happens, we've ended up with Johnny Greaves again because we've struggled to get an opponent really. So he's took it a couple of days' notice, and that I've boxed him before. So we've got 6 rounds this time, so hopefully we can get him out of there.
Things like this play on your mind, or are you at that stage now where you're so experienced that you worry about what happens in the ring?
I think no matter what, I think if you prepare for a fight, it's going to play in your mind. But you've got to be professional and just be relaxed about it and just let it take its course, you know what I mean? Frank's the man, so if you get someone else in, you get someone else in. But I wanted to be Andy Bell because I want to give him a beating for what he's done.
That aside, how do you think you're doing now as a pro? You're starting to get more experience, starting to get those fights come along a little bit more often. Obviously we know there's been a few problems in the build-up with these, but...
Well, this is going to be my 13th pro fight now, so I'm looking on getting hopefully a British title shot before the end of the summer. British title, Commonwealth, whatever title's available, to be honest. But I've had a bit of managerial problems changing managers, so I was down to box, I think, for an English title, but put that aside, then a couple of 8-rounders and we'll be looking at the British or Commonwealth title.
Do you think that inactivity outside the ring, are you one of them boxers that needs to be regular, needs to be fighting often?
I'd say I've been off in my career now, I've been active and been regular up until November, and then I've had like 6 months out, so this is the longest part I've been out, to be honest. But I'm just, as soon as I think stepping in the ring, I won't even fit. I'm like a spring chicken, I'm fit now, you know what I mean? So I'll be ready for tomorrow anyway.
And that's the level you feel at now, the sort of English title level, British title level?
Yeah, looking at a British or Commonwealth title, definitely.